Hello, friends. Today we will escape from this terrible carnival again. To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
There's a puking pomni here today!
This guy has a very funny skin. It looks like he has professional yapper written on him. Okay, now we need to run forward on these rails.
By the way, this is the most it's strange that we could never use this attraction like getting on this train and going forward along these rails.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Jax, wait, did you seriously just get burned by lava? Wow, I didn't think you'd lose such an easy challenge.
And I'm not very surprised by this because it seems to me that this is happening because we haven't played this game for a long time and Jax has already forgotten how to do it correctly.
I hope he won't make such stupid mistakes again. Well, now we need to move along these pipes and then jump on these balls. By the way, I was always surprised that these balls don't burst when we step on them.
I was actually much more surprised by the fact that at the bottom of this abyss, there was some kind of giant, toothy mouth. It's really very strange.
I agree with you. That mouth looks really nasty. Okay, now we need to run through that pipe and run through it so we don't get burned by that flame.
This is not such a difficult test as you may think. Great! We have reached the next checkpoint. Now we need to run forward along these extremely rusty pipes. I am still surprised that these pipes have never fallen down because they look very unreliable.
In fact, not all rusty metal structures are unreliable. It seems to me that these pipes are made of rather thick iron, and that is why they do not collapse at all. Well, okay, we coped with all these tests quite easily, and now we need to head to this strange spiral staircase.
Okay, now we need to climb up this spiral staircase, and I think it won't be hard. I've already practiced going up these kinds of stairs in a huge number of different games, and I get it right the first time every time.
By the way, I also noticed that similar spiral staircases are found in a lot of games, but it seems that this game was the very first to come up with it. Okay, now we need to run forward along this extremely thin rusty pipe. Every time we start to pass a test here, I start to be afraid that it will break.
I think what you should be more afraid of here is that Jax might accidentally fall down because he presses the wrong button. But I think you shouldn't even be afraid of that because he's really a professional at playing these types of games.
I think you should stop praising him so much. He is not such a professional in passing these games. What do you think? And by the way, I think we better change the topic, guys. I hope that all our subscribers have already seen the teaser of the 3rd episode of our cartoon.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that there's finally a new episode coming out because there hasn't been one for over half a year. But unfortunately, our jelly crocodile and I will have to leave you.
What? But why? Guys, you have already become a part of our YouTube channel. Why are you going to leave us? I will miss you very much.
Actually, they will have to leave us because after the 3rd episode comes out, we will have to play games with new characters that will appear in the cartoon. And it seems to me that if there are more than 10 characters here, we will just start going crazy.
Guys, I'm also very sorry that I have to leave this channel, but unfortunately, it's really necessary. And by the way, let's not get distracted from the game. Actually, we just ran away from an evil clown with a knife, but for some reason, no one wanted to talk about it.
Actually, I think this topic was much more interesting than this game. I'm really sad that you'll have to leave us because I think you've already become part of our community. I think if our subscribers ask us about it in the comments, we won't send you away from here.
I think we shouldn't put pressure on our subscribers. They should make their own choice, and if they really like these characters, they will definitely write to us about it. And now, we will just continue to play this game. And by the way, we are already going down into this volcano with the help of this attraction.
It seems to me that this is exactly the middle of the game, but the tests that await us ahead will really be a little more difficult. Okay, now let's get out of this attraction and go forward.
Oh, I remembered those tests, and they really aren't as easy as they may seem. But it seems to me that Jax copes with them surprisingly easily. And by the way, there used to be bruises on those falling blades. But now for some reason they've removed them. Maybe they decided to add censorship to this game.
In fact, it's a children's game, and I think it's right that they decided to remove them because otherwise it could shock some of the children. Well, we've gone through one of the most difficult parts of this game, and now we've entered the portal, and now we need to cross this extremely unreliable bridge.
In real life, I would never jump on this bridge, but our hero has no choice, and now he just has to do it. Well, actually, this strange dimension has always scared me,
because some inexplicable things happen here.
I still don't understand why these flying things are even here and where they get the fuel to constantly burn. And why are they even needed here? I have too many questions for them.
I think it is absolutely useless to ask such questions in this game because there are really a lot of illogical things here. And by the way, in fact, it seems to me that this game is trying to parasitize on the fear of clowns. Perhaps some children will even start to be afraid of clowns after this game.
I don't think this game is so scary that it would cause a phobia in anyone. Rather, it is fun and even somewhat difficult. In fact, this game is much more difficult than any Barry prison escape, but I think that if someone manages to complete it once, then all subsequent attempts will be absolutely no problem.
It seems to me that Jax has become a professional in this game, and it is quite possible that if there is a leaderboard here, he can easily get there. And by the way, I really like this function with portals. I have never seen such implementations of these portals anywhere. It seems to me that the creator of this game is a real genius.
And I like this game at least because the developers allowed a very small number of bugs. At least I have not seen a single bug in this game, and I really like it. I hope that someday the developers will definitely release the second part of this game.
Okay, we finally got to the very top of this tower, and now we need to go through this portal and jump straight into the mouth of the volcano. And in fact, I don't understand why our character does this so boldly, because I would be very afraid of this.
It seems to me that absolutely any adequate person would not do this. But it seems that in fact the entire dimension we visited before was just an illusion, and now we need to go through all the tests in this scary house. But I think that with these tests too, we will not have any problems because we have gone through them a large number of times.
Okay, now we have to jump over these purple stripes. I think this was one of the hardest challenges in this game because the walls are constantly distorted and it feels like the distance between these stripes is changing too.
But this test with traps seems to me to be one of the easiest because the distance between these traps is quite large and you practically don't even need to jump over them. It's enough to just walk very comfortably between them.
By the way, this test with disappearing platforms seems to me to be a bit more difficult. Okay, we were able to pass it with ease too. Well, now you need to get past these strange rotating stripes, and we will move on.
These rotating strips do not actually pose any danger, but here we need to run along this conveyor belt with a moonwalk. It feels like we are Michael Jackson.
It seems to me that half of our team and half of our subscribers don't even know what you're talking about. But I think it's absolutely unimportant. Now, Clay, with the main thing is to just pass this test completely. Because this is the very last test in this game before we finally leave this carnival.
Oh my god! Finally, we get to ride this roller coaster! Well, I'm really glad that we finally managed to beat this game. And today, surprisingly, we got through it pretty quickly, and we only died once. This is a really cool result.
And now we need to go to the end of the route on this roller coaster. And to be honest, I would never in my life get on such an attraction because it looks the most unreliable here. And even at the very beginning, it was clear that it was not fully configured.
It seems to me that the character we play for is absolutely fearless. He just goes wherever he wants. Well, okay, right now we'll slide down this hill and fly towards some incomprehensible mountain.
I think that if you in real life someone flew exactly like that on one of the roller coaster cars, he definitely wouldn't have a chance to survive. But it seems that our character is absolutely fearless and he can do whatever he wants. Well, we finally finished this game. Now let's move straight to the next game. Actually, I asked for it. So please, let's not make any claims about this game today and we'll just enjoy it.
Enjoy this game? I think you got something mixed up. It's impossible to enjoy this game. We're just watching this guy in a red jumpsuit shoot poop at this dummy.
I find it extremely strange that in this game this is the main goal. But I think that someone definitely likes it. I don't really enjoy it.
Guys, stop being such bores. This really does look very funny. Just look at this guy's face. I think he is extremely happy with his job.
In fact, I can't look at anything except his ass, because it's what's shown here most often and not in the best light.
Imagine if such a superhero really existed who fought his enemies with the help of poop. I think that would be extremely terrible.
Like, imagine a team that has Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and this guy. I think even Deadpool would be absolutely shocked by him.
It seems to me that absolutely any sane person is in shock when watching what is happening on the screen, because personally, I absolutely do not understand what kind of sick fantasy could have come up with this game.
This game is actually quite old. I think the original creator of this game is currently in a mental hospital because I can't think of any other place that would help him cope with his sick fantasy.
I really can't believe that we are actually watching all these animations right now. Okay, now we are watching animation number 10, and this is also a pretty disgusting animation.
And now we have clicked on the very last animation. It seems to me that this is just a compilation of all the animations that we have seen before. It looks really funny as possible.
I'll probably never understand why you find all this funny, but apparently you have some kind of specific sense of humor. Although this is not surprising in principle for a creature that likes to lick vomit off the floor.
Oh my god. Why did you remind me of this? I wanted to forget about this site forever, but now these images pop up in my head again. Okay. This disgusting animation keeps showing on our screen, and I feel like I'm going to puke.
He also sings. God, this is seriously the most stupid. Wait, he's not going to stop at what he did? This guy is seriously nuts. I think people like him should be isolated from society.
I think if such a person really existed in society, he would have been locked up in a mental hospital long ago, but it seems that no one did this. And now that we have watched all these animations in full, I think we should watch a few more.
Oh my god. What's going on here? Is this another guy taking a shit? Oh my god, I think this is even more disgusting than what we've seen before.
Have you seen how disgusting his poop looks? Oh my god! I think it's the most painful thing for him to defecate! Okay, good thing there are only 4 animations and we won't have to suffer because of it.
4 animations? Really? Okay, it looks like it won't be so disgusting. By the way, now he decided to trick the guy who is waiting for him to take a shit. Okay, that was stupid.
And now we will have to beat up our boss.
Wrong.
It seems to me that our boss is absolutely unhappy with our work, and now we need to choose objects with which we will take revenge on him.
Oh my god, if only you knew how hard it is for me to comment on this. I just can't look at it anymore. It really looks super idiotic, and I don't believe that this game actually has fans.
Oh my god. Why are you all such bores today? Everything that looks here is really very funny. By the way, in this game, we are even given 10 tips on how to be more productive. I think you should read them so that you can calmly continue recording this video.
I think the main problem with this game is definitely not productivity. Rather, it is the problem that we are watching this guy endlessly beat up his boss with a large number of objects that are lying on his desk. It is quite creepy, and in fact, I do not quite understand it because I have never had the desire to beat up my boss.
It would be very strange if you had such a desire to beat up Cain, but it seems to me that you could not even physically do it. And by the way, this guy for the second time in a row after he kills his boss sits on a chair and starts listening to music on headphones. It looks a little strange.
Okay, looks like now we can beat him up with a mug. By the way, all the murders here really look extremely cruel, and I even feel sorry for this boss to some extent. Maybe I'm just too compassionate.
And I don't feel sorry for him at all because he treats our character disgustingly, and it seems to me that he really deserved it if our character does it. But by the way, murder with a ruler really looks very strange. It seems to me that such dangerous metal rulers do not exist.
Maybe our character is actually a professional ruler thrower and he does it really well. Okay, now the boss has come to our workplace and we can beat him up with our fists. Okay, it looks like our character is not as simple as he seems.
Maybe he studied all these martial arts somewhere. Otherwise, I have no explanation for how he managed to kill a man with a ruler. And by the way, this guy is absolutely unshakable even after he killed his boss. He just sat down at the computer and continued playing games.
By the way, this mysterious cleaner also scares me a lot. This guy's job really only consists of coming and taking out all these bodies. Okay, the boss has come to us again, but I think we'll go to the boss's chair.
Looks like here we need to destroy this laptop with all our might. Okay, the first method was pretty simple. We just broke this laptop while smashing it on the table.
This guy seems to get a lot of pleasure from smashing his laptop on the table. Okay, this really looks extremely weird. And even stranger, the girl sitting opposite him even liked it.
I think we should stop being surprised by all the phenomena in this game because everything that happens here really looks extremely unusual.
Unusual? I don't think that's quite the adjective you wanted to use here. It looks more like idiocy. This guy really just poured water from an aquarium on a working laptop and got electrocuted.
But he left the fish alive. He really took care of it, and that's really cool. But I still find it really weird that this girl really likes every laptop destruction. She seems to have a very specific taste in guys.
Okay, we've already found 2 ways to destroy our laptop, and now we need to use the third one. And it looks like the third way is somehow connected with the phone. Apparently this guy is now going to call someone so that they can help him destroy his laptop.
Even at the concept level, it sounds extremely stupid, but I can't wait to see what actually happens after he hangs up. It looks like he turned towards the window, and now he's waiting for something.
Wait! I think I see something flying in the distance. Just look. It's some kind of plane, and it looks like... Oh no! Seriously? He decided to launch missiles at the building he works in so that his laptop would be destroyed? This guy is an incorrigible idiot.
It seems to me that the easiest way to destroy a laptop is to download a game from some pirated site that will have a huge number of viruses. It seems to me that this would really be the most adequate way. Okay, now we need to find another way, and it looks like it was hiding in this cabinet.
I think we should try to test your theory. Yes, indeed. It turns out there is something in this cabinet. Okay. It looks like he is taking some objects now. Oh no! Wait, is that a chainsaw? But wait, why does he need a chainsaw in his office? Okay, this guy is really extremely strange, and I am no longer surprised at all by everything he does.
Seriously? She's still in love with him even after that? Okay, looks like this girl is also extremely weird. By the way, I can't believe this is really happening. Do I really have to act like this to have a romantic relationship?
I think we should look at another way to destroy a laptop. And by the way, this method is in the other cabinet, okay? He took out another object again. Wait, he just opened the disk drive? Seriously? Is that dynamite?
Wow, Jax. How did you guess that? Wait, he's actually going to try to put dynamite in the floppy disk drive? But that's impossible. The floppy disk drives in laptops are usually really small. Okay, this guy's a real jerk. Well, okay. I think we've seen enough ways to destroy a laptop, and they all looked as weird and unusual as possible. Now I think it's time to move on straight to the next game.
Hello, everyone, friends. And you will be very surprised when you find out from what place we are going to escape today.
Are you sure our subscribers will be really surprised by this? I think they were able to read the title of this video and even saw the preview.
I think Jax doesn't quite understand that we're not actually streaming. We're recording videos. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, guys, we're gonna try to escape the pony factory today.
Factory ponies? Like, someone creates ponies here? I don't quite get it. Okay, let's see how it looks in practice.
It looks like there are some more cutscenes here, but I don't think we're interested in them at all. Okay, we dropped this lamppost, and now I think we can run up this fence and without going down get to where this green arrow is pointing to us.
By the way, it seems to me that our viewers and I would be interested in watching these cut scenes. But it seems to me that there will be so many of them here that we will really have to spend a huge amount of time just watching them.
I agree with you. I think we just need to try to beat this game. And by the way, it seems to me that Jax's desire to always be first everywhere simply won't let him spend a huge amount of time watching some scenes.
By the way, it looks like we need to use this valve to open a passage for ourselves. Great. It looks like the pressure of the fire just removed this obstacle in front of us. Okay, now let's move on. Now we found ourselves in some rather strange location where we need to extend various bridges.
I wouldn't say it looks like bridges. It looks more like pipes or something like that. Okay, we've pushed the green pipe out, but we need to get onto the yellow one somehow. It seems to me that there should be a lever somewhere to push it out.
Definitely should be like the one from the green pipe. Great! We found that lever! It made sense to just see where that yellow wire went. Oh no! Jax, seriously, how did you manage to fall down?
To be honest, I don't understand how it happened. It seems that there is some minimal delay before the jump. In any case, I think that this is not my last death in this game because I am playing it for the first time and all the tests that I see here are also new to me.
But I actually really like it. We've never played games like this before, but I'm not surprised because I see ventilation here because I think it's already an integral part of games like this.
Look, it looks like we've got a fan race coming up. Yeah, this challenge is pretty similar to the one from Barry's prison, but it's pretty short here and we got through it really fast. Okay, now we have to press the buttons that activate these platforms again.
These tests are pretty easy. I'm waiting for us to finally get something really difficult because it seems to me that Jax has absolutely no problems with passing such tests. Okay, there's another platform ahead that will lead us straight to some kind of ventilation.
Let's go to this ventilation as soon as possible. By the way, I really like that the developers indicate the route for the players with the help of glowing green sticks around. And by the way, we got to some location in which the pony guard broke out through this door in order to catch us. But it seems that this guy is telling us that we need to collect all the parts of the weapon in order to assemble some kind of gun.
Parts of this gun are scattered all over this location, and we will need to quickly head towards them now. By the way, this guy really irritates me because he panics a lot. It seems to me that in such a situation, it is better to trust the professionals and just wait until we finally assemble this gun.
Okay, Jax. I see the first part of this gun. I think we need to go down and get it. Great. One of the parts is ready. I think there are only 3 of them, and they are here. Okay, let's look for them all in this location.
I really want to quickly assemble this cannon in order to defeat this evil pony who walks below. It seems to me that he is very aggressive, and if we do not assemble this cannon, we simply will not be able to advance further in this game.
I totally agree with you, although it doesn't happen often, but now you need to collect this gun to the end. Great! Now we have this gun. It seems that it shoots quite slowly, but it does significant damage to this boss. And now we need to defeat him so that we can go further.
Wait, I think he stopped taking damage. It looks like we need to go down and fight him on equal terms. Okay, I think that's possible. By the way, we're doing quite a lot of damage. Great! We were finally able to defeat him, and now we shot at that wall in order to break it and go through it.
Oh no, wait! Something weird is happening here. Oh my god, there were some eyes! Oh no, it's another pony! It looks like we'll have to shoot these aggressive ponies running towards us in this corridor.
I really hope we can actually handle all of this. Okay, let's just shoot them no matter what. They actually look pretty scary because they have really scary faces with their tongues sticking out. But I think we'll be able to defeat them all because we only need 1 shot to kill them.
Okay, we dealt with these ponies pretty quickly. Oh my god, there really are a lot of them here, but I think they won't even have time to run to us because we managed to kill them very quickly.
Wait, seriously? That was the last one? Okay. We actually got through them really fast. I thought it would be a little more difficult. Now let's move on to where the white arrow is pointing.
We've reached some new checkpoint. Okay, it looks like we're getting closer to the exit. This guy says we need to find a key. Oh my god! Wait! What is this weird creature? It's some kind of pink pony chef running after us with this shovel. Just look at how gigantic it is. I think we should try to avoid collisions with it.
I don't think he actually has a shovel in his hand. It looks more like some kind of axe. Okay, it looks like we need to try to avoid him, and at the very moment he lands, we need to shoot him, because when he runs after us, he is not vulnerable.
It looks like the fight with this boss will be quite long because we only get a few shots on him. And then he gets a shield again, and it seems to me that this will make our task much more difficult.
I actually thought that the boss fights in this game would be a little more fun, but I think that this will be one of the most boring fights, because here, we will just have to try to avoid him and attack him back.
Seriously? In all this time, we've only done half the damage we need to? Okay, I agree with you. This is going to be one of the most boring boss fights in Roblox history.
Don't be such a bore. In fact, we have been lacking such mechanics for a long time because all the other bosses were defeated by the same principle. But here we need to put in a little more effort in order to still inflict fatal damage on him.
I think we only have 1 more attack left because our weapon deals 150 damage and there are only a few shots left. Great! We finally got this task done, and now we have this key with which we can open the lock and go to the elevator.
I wonder what awaits us next. I really hope that there will be nothing scary in this elevator. But I think that we will skip this cutscene again, because I don't want to watch long videos.
Okay, it's good that we have the opportunity to skip these videos. Now let's start going through this test where we need to jump over lasers. And by the way, it looks a little more difficult because here we have to jump on these swinging platforms with an unpredictable trajectory.
Oh my god! Why are there so many traps here? Who set them up here? I think there are too many of them. It looks like someone decided to take it very seriously to catch whoever is trying to open this door. But in fact, we managed to sneak past these traps, collect the key card, and open the door quite well.
Why does this door take so long to open? Oh my god, we finally got here! What do we need to do now? Move around all these weird platforms, and it looks like these capsules contain the embryos of those same evil ponies that attacked us. I really hope they don't get free from there.
By the way, it's quite strange that we've already passed a really huge part of this game, but I still can't imagine when we'll get closer to its ending, because there were still no prerequisites for this game to get closer to the final boss.
I think it should happen pretty soon. I don't think this game should be as long as any other. And by the way, we got to another checkpoint. Now we'll have to climb this spiral staircase and press the levers to make various platforms and pipes move out of the wall.
I don't think this test can cause us many difficulties because this test seems to me to be extremely easy. Okay, now let's just go up. Now we need to press the last green lever so that the last pipe appears, through which we will go into some very large tunnel.
I wonder what awaits us when we pass through this tunnel. It looks like there is another room here. Okay, I guess. Here we will have to jump on these conveyor belts in order to go further.
These conveyor belts with lasers look like a very easy test. But on these platforms, there is some strange green liquid, and I don't think it will be safe for us to step on it because it seems to me that in all games, green liquids are the most unsafe.
Guys, I think that our walkthrough of this game has dragged on a bit because we've already gone through a huge number of different locations and the game just doesn't end. This is actually really cool, but unfortunately we can't fit such a long game into one video.
Oh yeah, we've been playing this game for quite a while now. Well guys, I think in that case, we should ask our subscribers to like and subscribe to the channel so that we can record the second part of the walkthrough of this game, if they really like this video. And now I think it's time to move on straight to the next game.
As soon as we launch this game, we immediately become scared. We didn't even have time to start recording this video.
And in this game, I will have to escape from these extremely creepy Sonics. I think I have never seen them so creepy.
It looks like this happened to us solely because these guys are so creepy. Okay, it looks like we're about to meet the first one, and to do that, we need to take a wrench and open the ventilation.
I really want to see what this first boss will really look like. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen such a creepy Sonic.
Oh my god, his face is absolutely as creepy as it gets, and he has long, creepy arms. I really don't want to go near him. That's why we need to run to the button as quickly as possible.
It seems to me he is as fast as a real Sonic, and he really can't catch up with us. But we are already on the second floor. And by the way, Sony didn't even run up the stairs. He just stayed down. It seems he doesn't know how to use the stairs.
In fact, we are very lucky here, and now we can escape from him through the room with toilets. This is very cool. By the way, it is quite strange that there was no roof in this location. Now we got to the room with toilets, and now we need to dig a tunnel.
By the way, it's quite strange that the developers always leave the tunnel in the same toilet stall. We don't even open other toilet stalls anymore. We just go in here.
Yes, I also think it would be great if the developers constantly hid this tunnel in different toilet stalls, and then this game would become even more interesting. Okay, now you need to get through this bridge further and go straight to the corridor with the rolling boulder.
By the way, I really like the design of this game. It seems to me that the developers tried very hard here. They even made a fake platform because of which we fell into the water.
Okay, we finally got to the corridor. Just look at this ball. It glows green and it is very bright, and I very rarely see that the developers make these balls so beautiful.
But it looks like the developers really did a great job with this game. Okay, now we need to run to the next turn and wait for this ball to roll past us again.
Finally, it happened! Well, okay, now we can go straight to the next boss. I really want to see what he will look like in this game. Let's go there and see.
Okay, we've already reached this location. Oh no, just look, it's a completely different Sonic. She's pink and she's running right after us. Okay, she also looks extremely creepy, and we were able to easily avoid meeting her and head straight for the half-destroyed steps.
We are going through this game, by the way, today quite quickly. We are already climbing these steps, and only 160 seconds have passed. It looks like we will be able to cope with this game in record time today.
By the way, this elevator looks really cool. It's all white and translucent. Now we need to go up on it straight to the energy drink run. And by the way, this location with energy drinks hasn't been changed at all. The developers just added blue walls here.
I think there is nothing wrong with that, because the developers really did a great job with all the other aspects of this game. Well, now we need to get to the finish line as soon as possible. Because to be honest, I'm already want to come to the final boss.
I also really want to finish this game as soon as possible, and by the way, I am very annoyed by the constant pop-up notifications that we should add this game to favorites. They really do sometimes appear at the most inopportune moment, but it seems that the developers do this specifically so that people accidentally click the yes button and add this game to favorites. I think this is not a completely honest move.
I totally agree with you. But it looks like the developers have no other choice to promote their game. Okay, now we've put the ladder right under the ventilation, and now we're heading straight to the bridge with the fan. By the way, this player in our friend's costume doesn't seem to know how to play this game at all, and that's why he fell.
I think that the developers of this game really should add some innovations here because for now, it is completely similar to Barry's prison escape. Only here, the design of this game has been changed very cool.
Now let's go up these pipes. Now we need to get to our least favorite test in this game, and I generally want to pass it as quickly as possible because it really irritates me, and it is extremely uninteresting to play.
Yes, this test is really boring as can be, and I still keep hoping that one of the developers will actually change the location of these vents someday, but for now they remain the same. Okay, we have already completed this test, and now we need to go straight to the fan race.
By the way, I really hope that the developers of this game did not increase the distance between platforms. Although it seems to me that, on the contrary, it would be better if they increased it. But the main thing is that they did not decrease it.
Well, actually, the distance between platforms here is quite big, and I think that the developers did everything right here. Okay, let's just finish this test and move on.
By the way, it's funny that the platforms here are painted blue. It creates a very cute atmosphere. Okay, we finally got to the wind tunnel, and now we need to make a jump. Oh no! Unfortunately, we didn't have enough jumping power to fly to this ventilation. But we still managed to get there, and now we're heading straight to the cafeteria.
Just look! It's Knuckles, and he looks as creepy as can be. Oh my god! Their huge toothy mouths scare me so much. I really don't want them to touch us. Well, let's quickly grab this bazooka and start shooting at him.
I want to defeat him as soon as possible because I really don't want to see him. And by the way, our bazooka in this game is the fastest firing. By shooting, you killed him really fast, and we defeated him in a matter of seconds. Well, okay, that was really the coolest. Now let's go down this hill.
Finally, we are at the other end of this abyss, and now we have only 2 tests left to go through before meeting the final boss. And these are the easiest tests in this game because they are passed as easily as possible. Now we need to climb this ladder, and we will find ourselves in a wind tunnel with lasers.
I think we have never lost the laser challenge in this game because it is really the easiest. We already know the trajectory we need to fly. I think we even fly the same trajectory in every game without even realizing it.
There's one last laser left that we need to fly past. Okay, we finally did it. Well, now let's head straight to the last test before meeting the final boss and pass it with the help of our life hack.
In fact, I think it's worth stopping calling it a life hack because absolutely all players come for this test in this way. Okay, let's try to pass this test as quickly as possible and finally defeat the final boss.
We are in a hurry! I really want to pass this test as quickly as possible. Okay, we've already reached the final boss. Wait, seriously? It's just a regular sonic robot that's just moving in our direction. Well, okay, I think we'll beat it as easily as possible because we have a really fast-firing cannon.
Finally, we beat him and got our original appearance back. It's pretty weird that the last boss was a regular Sonic. But nevertheless, thanks to him, we were able to become normal again. Now let's get straight into this Special Forces car and go straight to the next game.
Stop being such a bore, Jax. This game is really liked by a lot of Roblox players, and I hope our subscribers like it too.
I think girls like it more than boys. And I think no boy would want to watch this video. And by the way, I don't really like playing this game either.
Guys, let's just shut up and let's get ready for our outfit. We need to dress up a little nicer so we can look great at the fashion show.
I think this tie is absolutely not suitable here. We need to find a way to take it off. And in general, I think we need to change our face a little. At the very least, we don't have one.
Wow, Bubble. I didn't expect you to like this game so much. Well, okay. Then let's really try to make a beautiful girl and dress her up.
It's actually weird that we're making a girl. We could have made a boy and it would have been much easier to dress him. But it looks like the girls have beaten us and we'll have to do as they say.
Boys, I think you should stop arguing and just continue dressing this girl up. I think we can make her as beautiful as possible.
This hairstyle choice was quite strange, but it seems like this hairstyle is Jacksu's favorite. Well, okay. I think this hairstyle can be paired with a perfect outfit.
I actually still can't believe that we managed to get Jax to play games where we have to dress up girls. It really sounds and looks so funny, but it looks like he's starting to like the process. He really does it all with the utmost enthusiasm.
Apparently we didn't know much about him, but in fact it's his choice and we can't blame him for it. And by the way, his outfit looks pretty weird.
Guys, can you shut up? Actually, I just noticed that our fashion show actually has a theme, and I feel like our look doesn't fit into that theme at all.
Yes, I also think that we don't look like a witch at all. Rather, all the other players around us look more like a witch than we do. Okay. Look like what we need to come up with in order to change our outfit. But it looks like we simply won't have enough time for this because there was a minute and a half before the fashionable ones started showing.
Do you really think changing the colors will help us here? Oh, I think you accidentally put on 2 pairs of sneakers at the same time. Oh, great! It will be much better without them.
Yes, I also think that we should remove them. It's good that we can do this through a special menu. Great. Now it seems to me that our model looks great. Okay, we have another minute, and I think that in this minute we can find how we can still improve ourselves.
Look! Looks like we can still do a manicure here. Okay, I think that's exactly what we should do now. I think we should do a bright red, flashy manicure so that it will be an accent in our outfit.
Okay, the fashion show has already started, and here comes the first model. It seems to me that she doesn't look like a witch at all. It's possible that, in fact, she didn't even try to look like one. She just made herself a pretty outfit.
And the next model looks very much like a witch. More precisely, it is a guy who dressed as a witch. But in fact, it seems to me that the Warlock guys did not have such hats. It was something else.
Here's the next model. Just look at her. She is all green. I think she really looks like a witch the most. But I think she deserves only 4 stars, and that is a fair assessment.
Wow, this outfit really does look like a witch. I think this is one of the best outfits here, and I think it deserves a 5-star rating because they really put a lot of effort into it.
And now it's our turn to go to the podium. Yes, of course. Compared to other players, we don't have the most beautiful outfit, but I think it still deserves attention. At least this is our first outfit, and we really like it.
Guys, I am very far from this, and it seems to me that you made me play this game in vain, and it seems to me that we will generally take the last place here.
And now we will find out who won! Oh no, unfortunately none of us would have won today, and I want to know what place we took.
It looks like we're really far from the prize place. Wait, did we call the very last place here? Okay, it looks like Jax really is a disgusting fashion designer.
And now the next stage is finally beginning. It looks like now we will have to choose a new costume. And the theme for the new fashion show is the Middle Ages.
I think we should pick out a dress or something. Or maybe this time we can actually try dressing up a man. I think that would be a great opportunity.
Do you really think so? Okay, let's try to make a handsome man out of this man. I think we should pick some great looks for him. But in reality, there aren't that many medieval clothes here.
First, we need to choose the perfect face for him. But unfortunately, there aren't many face options to choose from. I think this one will be the best. The one with the moustache seemed the most disgusting to me.
And now we need to choose a hairstyle for him. Oh my god, short hair definitely doesn't suit him. I think we'll choose the most standard hairstyle that's at the very beginning, and it seems to me that even the color of this hair suits him perfectly.
Finally, we found the thing where we can change the color of our skin. Actually, this blue skin seemed the weirdest to me. But now we look great, and I think now we need to find some clothes for this guy. But so far, I only see women's clothes here.
Okay, I think this is the only available clothes for a guy here. But unfortunately, it is absolutely not suitable for the theme of this fashion show, and I think we should still go back to another option. Let's replace our body with a girl's body again.
Guys, this seems extremely strange to me. We spent a long time choosing the look for this guy, but now we're back to the most ordinary option. Okay, now let's make her face, her hair, and go dress her up in a medieval style.
It seems to me that in the Middle Ages there was no makeup, but it seems that we have no other choice. We really have to choose her face, but we will choose a simpler hairstyle that will really suit the style of the Middle Ages.
Yes, I think this hairstyle suits me perfectly. The only thing is, I think you can make a slightly different color because her hair has a slightly greenish tint. I think this hair needs to be made paler. And now we can move on.
I think we definitely need some kind of skirt and dress. But unfortunately, all these costumes are paid. Okay. Let's first put on this jacket that resembles medieval clothing. And I think we'll make it white so that it looks like linen clothing.
Cool. Now I think we are missing some kind of skirt. But unfortunately, there is no skirt here that would be very long, and so we need to find something else. Maybe we should use some similar skirt or something like that.
And we can also add some kind of pendant. I think this decoration will look really cool. But I think I should give it a lot of time because we only have a minute left before the fashion show starts.
I think these shoes should suit our look perfectly. The only thing we need to do is to change the white color. Great. Now it looks just great. But actually, I'm a little confused by this weird skirt. Maybe we need to find something more discreet?
We chose another skirt and now the fashion show begins. Well, I hope that this time we will manage to take some place besides the last one. And by the way, I like this outfit quite a lot. I would like to be able to make the same outfit too.
It looks like this time Jax decided to give me high marks to no one because last time all the other players gave us very low marks, and that's why we only got 10 stars. I think it's pretty logical that Jax decided to do exactly that.
You're right, Jax. I don't think they deserve high marks, unlike us. It seems to me that we look really great. Although, in fact, the question of female beauty is extremely subjective, and I think that everyone will find beauty in it in their own way.
And just look, she really decided to dress in all blue. She even dyed her skirt and bag along with her shoes blue. I think this is the stupidest combination of all because I think any clothes should match at least 2 colors.
And I like this appearance a little more than all the previous ones, and I think it really looks pretty solid, and I think it deserves high marks, but we won't give anyone high marks because last time our mark was lowered.
Looks like it's time to find out what place we took. Unfortunately, we didn't take the prize place in this game, but I still hope that we didn't take the last place. Wait, seriously? Are we really here in 9th place?
It seems like there is no point in us continuing to play this game anymore because no one wants to give us a high rating, and so I think it's time to move on to the next game right now.
Oh, Prison Inside Out? We've played something like this before. Looks like we're in for some very exciting gameplay today.
Now let's jump on these pool balls. I really like how this game starts. It feels like this is going to be our favorite game.
Do you seriously think that this game has a chance to become our favorite? It seems to me that this is just another clone of Escape from some prison. And screamers in the ventilation don't even scare me anymore.
This game is actually pretty well made, and I like what's going on here. Now we need to take this shovel and dig a tunnel straight into the basement with the lasers.
Do you really know this game that well? In fact, I don't even remember that there were lasers in this basement. Oh no, we died. I think we should be a little more careful in this game.
In fact, these lasers always really annoyed me, and getting past them is really a very difficult task because they move along a strange trajectory. But I think on the 3rd try, we will definitely be able to do it. Great, we did it again, and now we need to go further through the ventilation.
These ventilations are starting to piss me off a little. We got to the stairs and now we need to go further. In fact, the developers slightly changed this prison. And by the way, just look, there are characters from the cartoon here.
It looks like they are here as guards of this prison. We need to quickly escape from them so that we do not cross paths with them. I really hope that we will really succeed. Great! We were able to do it. Now, we need to move on.
We found ourselves in a room with a trampoline. Now we need to use this trampoline to jump to the other part of the abyss. Great! We did it! Well, let's move on. And by the way, it's pretty funny that this emotion is walking around here in this strange green liquid.
In fact, what scares me the most is that he has the ability to do this. Okay, and now we need to run further down this corridor, and it seems to me that we are doing quite well in this game today. Now we need to run past all these dogs.
Actually, running past all these dogs is the easiest task because they take too long to react, and we managed to do it. And now we are in a room with trampolines. We need to jump on these trampolines to go further.
By the way, I don't like these trampolines very much. It's as if maybe we jump on them very low, and because of this, it feels like they're not trampolines at all. Okay, we're back in the ventilation, and here one of the emotions tried to scare us again.
She didn't manage to do it at all because we already know the location of all these screamers. But it looks like the developers decided to do it anyway in order to try to scare those who will play this game for the first time.
And now we need to jump over these purple things. Okay, we got to the next location and here we are again, met by this scary face that is looking right at us. It seems to me that this is a really scary face, and I was always scared by how it watches us without taking its eyes off.
Okay, we put the ladder right under the ventilation and we're able to climb up again. And now the next test awaits us, namely, the gym. By the way, some kind of green liquid was spilled here, and it was not difficult at all to run past it.
We have already found ourselves right in the toilet, and here we need to find a wrench in one of these toilet stalls. Great! We got it. Now with the help of this wrench, we can destroy this wall. By the way, I have always been very surprised by the fact that with the help of this wrench, we can make an explosion.
Well, now we've reached the location where we can place these bridges between platforms. By the way, we can use our old life hack where we'll just move the same bridge instead of taking a new one each time. Great! We managed to do it again. And now in this room, we need to avoid all these red lasers as much as possible.
I remember this test. It really stressed me out sometimes because these lasers move so unpredictably here. But this time we managed to overcome them all again without any problems. Now we need to put a box so that we can jump on it and move on.
This game is actually pretty easy. But even with that in mind, Jax managed to die a few times here. Well, maybe he just really wants to set a new record for the fastest time to complete this game.
In fact, I'm dying only because this game has a fairly large number of bugs and shortcomings. If they weren't there, I would have passed all this with ease. Okay, now we are going through the most difficult tests in this game, and I can pass them on the first try.
I'm surprised how you actually managed to do this because when I played this game, I had the hardest time getting through all these things. Okay, and now we're moving on. And now there's a room ahead of us with a lot of these weird trampolines.
The creator of these trampolines is a real idiot. I think it would be much cooler if he made it so that with the help of these trampolines we can jump much higher. But unfortunately, because these trampolines are quite strange, we have to jump to the destination much longer.
But now we got into this extremely strange car. Now we need to overcome this route. In fact, moving in this car always really annoyed me because it moves extremely strangely. And in general, it is very unusual for a car that it can actually jump. And I think that this diversified this gameplay a little.
In fact, it seems to me that this test is really quite interesting in this game. If it were not here, this game would be much more difficult. Now that we have passed this entire route, we have to go to the location where we have to free prisoners so that they can help us escape.
Oh, I remember this test. I really like it. Well, let's start freeing these prisoners. They really do look the weirdest. I've never seen these prisoners wear such funny rainbow-striped suits. But now we need to free everyone so they can kill this guard and we can pick up the key she's keeping.
Okay, we just need to free the last prisoner so he can fight her. I think it will be as easy as possible. Wait, why did this happen? So this prisoner got carried away and stayed standing there. We need to take this guard straight to him.
In fact, such a bug happens quite rarely, but I think that now we will be able to take this guard to him. Great. We managed to do it, and we finally got this wrench. Well, now you can head straight to the final test in this game, namely the fight with the final boss.
I am very curious to know who the final boss will be in this game. I really can't guess who the final boss will be here, and we are about to see it now.
Yeah, I really want to know who the final boss is in this game too. Okay, we finally got here. Wait, really? Is that Riley? Okay, looks like we're going to have to fight Riley with our bazooka now.
By the way, there is some bug here again because our projectiles fly in a random trajectory. But I think that if we switch to the first-person view, then we will be able to fight her perfectly. And by the way, it is really quite difficult to fight against this boss because she can kill us with this lollipop.
We have a lot of damage left to do. I think it's absolutely not a problem for us. By the way, it's pretty funny that our cannon shoots different balls, but these balls explode with a very strange sound.
Actually, I noticed that too. This is seriously the weirdest. Okay, we finally managed to beat Riley, and now we're heading straight for the exit. Good job, Jax. You tried really hard. Now let's move on to the next game.
Hello, friends! And today we decided to escape from Charlie's steak prison.
Wait, is this the same idiotic steak that had a terrible mobile game made about it? Jesus, I hope prison is a little more fun with him.
And in the very first location, I can already see the changes. I have never seen anyone make a prison cell at the very beginning without sleeping places.
Look, here the developers even added some kind of spoon and refrigerators. It looks like this will be a really interesting prison.
Look, there are platforms in the form of Charlie steaks. Okay, this is a really strange decision to make platforms in their form, but it really looks very diverse and unusual.
And now we'll go straight to the first boss stake. Look, here he is. We need to wait until he moves away from this button.
Yes, he is really standing too close to her and we risk getting caught by him. But I think now is the best moment to run there. Oh no, he noticed us. Okay, we need to try to escape from him.
I think we can do it with ease. We've already reached the stairs. Great. He's gotten quite a bit ahead of us. By the way, just look at these platforms. It looks like a giant French fry or something. I've never seen platforms like these before.
This is a very strange choice. But in fact, French fries go very well with steak. At least I really like this combination. And now we are in the room with toilets, where there is only one toilet stall.
And now we need to dig a tunnel and end up in a dungeon. Wow, we've seen a similar dungeon with whales and various cubes somewhere. This is a very strange sea theme, and I don't understand how it relates to Charlie's steak.
Maybe the developers just copied this location from some other game because they were too lazy to redo it. Well, okay, let's just quickly run past it and go straight to the corridor. By the way, just look at what's in this corridor. The developers decided to add bridges. Why did they decide to simplify this game?
Now, this is a really weird decision, but thanks to it, we will get through this game even faster. Wait, seriously? They also decided to remove this huge rolling boulder? My God, it seems to me that this game has become extremely easy because of these decisions of the developers.
And now we're heading straight to the next boss, and that's gonna be Night Steak Charlie. Just look at this guy. He's running around with some kind of torch in his hands. I think that's very unusual for a steak, don't you think? Okay, I think we should run around this location to escape from him.
It was an absolutely easy task for us, and we did it. And now we need to climb up these half-ruined steps. Wait, what is this? Was that Pomni?
It's me! But what are our models doing in prison about Steak Charlie? Wait, there's also Jax! This is really the weirdest! Okay, it looks like the developers of this game copied a huge number of locations from many other games.
And the developers even added a gangle. Okay, this is really very strange. What is this strange round thing? It seems to me that the developers of this game added a lot of different models here, and it is absolutely unclear why they did it.
And again, a figure from our amazing digital circus. Guys, I think that the developers of this game are extremely strange. Wait, what did they do with this challenge? Is this really a replacement for the old energy drink race? Do we just need to run in a straight line and that's it? Okay, it looks like the developers of this game really have become extremely lazy.
Okay, thanks to this, we will also complete this game as quickly as possible. In fact, this is at least some variety in these monotonous tests. But it seems to me that it would be much better if the developers replaced other tests in this game.
Yes! I can't disagree with you! It seems to me that this is not the test that the developers should replace. But now we take this ladder and go straight to the ventilation. By the way, just look! Here the developers have added our characters again!
Wait! It seems we brought the ladder here in vain because we could have climbed up here without its help. Okay? What a pity we didn't know about it right away. Now we need to cross this giant bridge with a fan so as not to fall into the spikes.
I can handle this task with ease. This task is the easiest in this game. Well, okay. And now the most boring tests in this game await us. And by the way, for some reason there are French fries here again. Apparently the developer of this game really likes them. Okay, let's go up it and head straight to our most hated test with the valves.
OMG, why did the developers change our favorite challenges, but they left our least favorite challenges the same? This really annoys me. I really want someone to finally change this challenge or remove it from this game.
It's good that this test is passed quite quickly. We have already scrolled all these valves, and now we can safely go to the ventilation. And by the way, I am very interested to know how the developers changed the test, where we need to run with fans, because these are the top 2 coolest tasks in this game. And it seems to me that the developers of this game could also simplify it.
We'll find out very soon. To do this, we need to jump into this ventilation and run through it. It seems to me that the developers will not change this test because they are simply too lazy.
Okay, the developers of this game decided to add sharks here. But wait, they removed the distance between the platforms in some places, and now they are just trampolines. I don't quite understand why this was done, but it was done quite chaotically. Okay, it looks like they tried to diversify this test a little, but it still remains unclear to me why they decided to do it this way.
It really doesn't make any sense, but now we've jumped into this wind tunnel and are heading straight to the next boss. I really want to see what he looks like. Look, that's Steak Charlie with a frying pan in his hand. Okay, we need to run past him and get to the bazooka. I really hope he doesn't throw food at us, because if he slows us down, he could easily kill us with that frying pan.
Oh no! He's running right behind us! Well, I think we can easily run to that bazooka and start shooting at him. It's really that easy. By the way, look! It looks like that idiot is stuck in the table. Okay, I think we can easily kill him thanks to this. But unfortunately, because of this, we won't be able to try to use the bug with which we can use the force of the explosion and fly up the hill.
I think we shouldn't even try to use this bug, because all the previous times we couldn't use it. Each time this blast wave pushed us in a completely different direction. Well, now we've beaten this steak, and now we can go straight to the hill. We're actually getting through this game pretty quickly. Most likely this is happening precisely because the developers have made it much easier.
I think we're getting through this game so fast because we've become really good at it. Okay, we're going down this hill now, and now we only have 2 more challenges left before we meet the final boss. I'm really curious to see what Charlie's steak will look like in a giant robot suit.
I am also incredibly happy about this fact. In general, it seems to me that the developers of Barry's Prison Escape should make even more changes to their games, because usually they are all similar to each other. But in this game, there are really significant changes, even if they do not always benefit the gameplay in this game.
And by the way, we have almost reached the very top. We just flew past the last laser, and now we have a test ahead with bridges that we also have to pass quite quickly with the help of our life hack.
It seems to me that our subscribers are already very tired of the fact that we constantly remind them that we know this life hack. It seems to me that this has been around for a long time and is not a life hack at all, but just a normal way to complete this game.
Well, we have one last thing left to do. Move this bridge. Great! We've finally reached the final location. It's Charlie the steak in a giant robot suit. It looks pretty weird, but we're basically fighting a giant steak, so I think there's absolutely nothing to be surprised about.
We already blew up one of his hands, and we only have to shoot the other one. By the way, this guy is pretty active, and he is heading towards us very quickly. But he has absolutely no chance of defeating us, and we did it again. We defeated another boss and are heading straight to the next game in this Special Forces car.
I really like how this Special Forces car looks, and I think that the developers of the game should think a little about its design, and especially the interior, because it seems to me that it should be a little more comfortable. Well, now we go straight to the next game.
Wow, this sounds extremely cruel. Let's see what methods there are to destroy the planet.
Later, we can send a giant meteor. Oh no, you send a meteor to America, and now America is not on the planet. Looks like we did it in vain.
Bro, are you serious? We destroyed a whole country, and especially a country where Mr. Beast lives. Oh no, looks like we dropped a meteorite, and now on Africa too.
So after we destroyed all of America, all that makes you sad is the fact that Mr. Beast won't exist anymore? Okay, that even sounds stupid.
I think we should stop dropping these meteorites. Look, this is a meteor shower function, and now it is flying towards Africa and Asia.
Oh my god, this looks so scary! I would absolutely not want this to happen in real life. I think we destroyed a huge part of Russia, and now let's try to collide the moon with our planet.
I think we absolutely don't care about the state of the planet, because I'm actually a neural network, and we live on a server. Although it seems that if our planet is destroyed, then the servers we are on will be destroyed too, and we will completely cease to exist.
I think we are starting to think about some nonsense. By the way, we just launched a black hole towards the Earth, and it made a huge crater that destroyed almost our entire population.
Just look. There are 155 million people left on the planet, but it seems to me that their lives will never change.
Oh no. We launched some lightning, and now our planet practically doesn't exist at all. Okay, it looks like there are very few people left on the planet, but I don't really understand what continent they are on.
I think we need to be more careful and try to restore this planet. But I really want to see all the possible tools that are here, so we are going to launch a huge missile strike now.
Okay, it looks like we should launch it straight here because there might still be people here. But unfortunately, we missed. Okay, I think we should keep looking for inhabited continents.
Do we really have a primary goal? To destroy all 8 billion people? Okay, I think there definitely should be some tool here that will help do it faster.
In fact, I have already stopped orienting myself by continents, but it seems to me that we have just launched rockets into Greenland. And by the way, look, there are still people left in parts of South America. I think we should launch rockets there.
It looks like we finally found that very populated place and are now on the planet. There are very few people left. Okay, this looks really extremely cruel. It looks like these people really have started the apocalypse.
There are only 7 million people left, and I'm really scared to imagine how they actually survive on this planet. But now we've launched some kind of satellite. Oh no! It looks like this satellite has started launching a huge number of rockets at our Earth.
I think we should understand that this really does look extremely implausible. Because if our planet really were deformed like this, then the complete lack of oxygen would lead to its